One morning on the Bluebell Railway, Stepney and Bluebell were waking up to start their day's work, until their controller arrived with some news for Stepney.
Stepney, you're needed on Sodor this week.
Really? That's good. I've always liked a good long run to stretch my wheels.
The Fat Controller's waiting for you at Vicarstown Station. You must go there straight away.
All right, sir. I guess this means I'll see you again next week, Bluebell.
Okay, Stepney. I'll see you soon.
Stepney collected a brake van and was on his way to Sodor. The journey was long, but Stepney didn't mind. At last, Stepney went over the Vicarstown Bridge and arrived safely at the big station, which was at the end of the main line. The Fat Controller was there waiting.
Right on time, Stepney.
Thank you, sir. What job do you want me to do first?
First, I would like you to help Rosie at the goods yard nearby, and then head up to the Blue Mountain Quarry to collect some stone to take to Olstead Castle.
I'll do those jobs straight away, sir.
Rosie was at the goods yard when she saw Stepney pull into view.
Stephen, you're here.
Yes, Rosie, I've arrived. The Fat Controller sent me here to help you out, and after that, I'll be going to the Blue Mountain Quarry to take some stone to Olstead Castle.
That sounds like a bit too much work to do, Stephen.
Nonsense. I've done many jobs on the mainland, so I'll be fine.
Soon, Stepney was helping Rosie at the goods yard, shunting trucks and coaches into their places. Stepney shunted some coaches for the Flying Scotsman.
Thank you, Stepney.
And then Rosie shunted more coaches for Caitlin's passenger train.
Thanks, Rosie.
No problem, Caitlin. Just doing my job.
Right, I better get these passengers back to the mainland. See you later, Rosie.
Bye, Caitlin. Oh my, Stephen, you're very good at shunting.
Thanks, Rosie, but I was built to shunt coaches after all.
Rosie, why didn't you fetch my tram coach yet?
Sorry, Flora. I was very helping poor Stephen with his shunting.
Hello, Flora. Not seen you in a while.
Hello, Stepney. I know it's been a while. I just attended your service for my long overhaul a while ago.
Maybe Stephen can fetch your tram coach for you.
I'm sorry, but I have to go to the Blue Mountain Quarry for my next job. I'll see you two later.
Don't worry, Flora. I'll get your tram coach as quickly as possible.
Thanks, Rosie. I really don't like my passengers to be kept waiting.
Stepney chuffed along the main line, and he eventually arrived at the Blue Mountain Quarry. The narrow gauge engines were pleased to see him, especially Rusty.
Hello, Stepney, my friend. What brings you here in the quarry?
I've come to collect some stone trucks to take up to Olstead Castle.
Then you've just come to the right place. These trucks are already loaded with stone.
You might want to be careful with them, because trucks can be quite troublesome.
Don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing.
As Stepney made his way to Olstead Castle, the trucks were starting to become troublesome, as usual.
Why does this Bluebell engine have to pull us?
We want another engine to take us instead.
Look at the nonsense.
Catch it up, you trucks. We've got to get this stone delivered to Olstead. One trip is as good as another.
The trucks were causing trouble for Stepney as they wouldn't stop laughing and bumping around. At last, Stepney arrived at Olstead Castle. The Earl was very pleased with the stone delivery.
Well done, Stepney. You're right on time.
Thank you, sir. Just do my job. These trucks wouldn't stop bumping around. At least I didn't have an accident.
Stephen has gone to the steamworks to have his engine checked over. Can you take his place while he's away?
No problem, sir. The more the merrier.
Stepney was soon put to work, taking passengers a tour around the castle grounds. He showed the guests the dinosaur park. And he even went inside the castle building. Stepney was enjoying himself. He thought working in the castle was like being in a museum of engines.
The Earl was so kind to let me do more jobs than I expected.
That evening, Stephen returned to Olstead Castle. The Earl's engines were happy to have him back home.
Hello, everyone. Did you all miss me while I was gone?
Yes, we did, Stephen.
Stepney did all of your passenger runs today. He had given the guests a very smooth ride.
I sure have, Neil.
We hope to see you again one day, Stepney. We've been hearing all about your Bluebell runway.
We do hope you have a safe journey home tonight, Stepney.
Actually, I'm going to be staying here on Sodor for a whole week.
A whole week? But what about your friends on your railway back home?
Don't worry, Stephen. My friends understand my absence. I'm going to make my way to a shed that I can sleep in for the week. I'll see you all later.
Goodbye, Stepney.
That night, Stepney jumped into the moonlit night. He soon came to an engine shed, which made him remember something.
I remember this engine shed. I used to sleep here when I was working on Sodor until I could be brought back to my old railway when it was restored.
The next morning, the Fat Controller came to see Stepney.
I need you to take some empty trucks to the Farquhar Quarry today. And after that, you will be taking some passengers to Crovan's Gate so they could go on a trip with one of the narrow gauge engines.
It's all right, sir. That'll help keep myself busy during my stay on Sodor this week.
Stepney collected some empty trucks and arrived at Farquhar Quarry, where Mavis and Toby were waiting.
Hello, Stepney. We haven't seen you in ages.
I know, Mavis. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Put these trucks under the hopper, so that way they can be filled with stone.
As Stepney was reversing his trucks under the hopper, gravel poured down into them. But then, the trucks had another naughty trick.
Pull back! Pull back! Pull back!
Stepney was so surprised that he went backwards too far under the chute as the rocks and gravel poured down on top of him.
Oh no, I'm really stuck.
And he was. Stepney was stuck in a big pile of gravel and he couldn't move. Mavis and Toby were very surprised.
Don't worry, Stepney. We'll soon get you out of here.
This wasn't your fault. It was those troublesome trucks. They played a trick on you.
I'm sorry, you two. I didn't understand the trucks on Sodor can be quite mischievous.
Everyone has trouble with trucks, Stepney. Even Toby and I had to deal with them too.
Really? What did they do to you?
One winter, I was delivering some trucks to a station until I stopped at a crossing. I couldn't move any further as I was causing a traffic jam. It was Toby who pushed me back up the hill.
That's right, Mavis. And there was one time when the trucks pushed me down the line and onto a collapsing wooden bridge with rails forming a tightrope across the abyss.
Wow! That was really dangerous, Toby. Was Mavis the one who came to your rescue?
Yes, she did. If Mavis didn't come to my rescue, then who knows what would have happened to me if I fell down that bridge.
Well, I'm glad you two owned up for your mistakes. I've owned up for mine as well.
That's right, Stepney.
Soon Stepney was unstuck and was at the washdown, getting cleaned up and polished for his next job. And once Stepney was shiny and clean, he collected his passengers at Marron Station. They were very impressed with his gleaming paintwork.
I feel as good as new.
Later, Stepney arrived at Troublesome Gate, where Rheneas was there waiting.
You took your time, Stepney.
Oh, sorry, Rheneas. I had a bit of an accident at the quarry, but I got myself cleaned up and polished for my passenger train.
Well, good, because I have to get going now. I'll see you later, though.
See you soon, Rheneas.
Stepney was looking forward to tell his friends on the mainland about his time on Sodor, as he puffed happily away to his next job. He had learnt not to make any more mistakes with Troublesome Trucks again.